Unlike digital cameras that may become useless when memory cards fill up, our brains have infinite storage capacity. But still, it seems impossible that a human brain, a sponge soaked in blood, can store unlimited experiences and facts. Human psychology is a fascinating field of research. Though many researchers have attempted to unravel its mysteries, their efforts have mostly failed. That's because it's one of the world's least understood concepts. Hey guys, welcome back to Curiosity Corner. Wish you had more insight into the secrets of the human mind's ability to remember? Then you should definitely check out the first part of this video. You'll see a pop-up with part 1 of this video in the top right corner. The human brain can process an endless quantity of data throughout a lifetime. But the question is, how does our brain decide what information to keep and what to discard when dealing with so much data? Learning how a brain works is fascinating, yet we are still to fully comprehend its entire process. Memory is the brain's capacity for absorbing, storing, retaining, using, and encoding newly acquired or decoding previously encountered pieces of data. So, why does it matter if a person has a terrible memory? Can one train one's brain to have a long memory? Can the brain really store an endless amount of memories? Undoubtedly, all of these questions have intriguing answers. Are you guys curious about the ways your memory can deceive you? In this video, I will share some of the strange and unusual things that can happen in your memory. Some of these facts are so bizarre, you'll be left in shock. 1. False memories or hallucinations may easily stick in our minds. Did you ever have a memory that seemed so real at the time, but then found out it was fabricated? A false memory might seem quite genuine and even emotional. Your trust in them enhances their palpability, but does not guarantee their authenticity. Memory fades with time, making verifying the validity of past experiences more challenging. When memory is retained in the brain, only the most pertinent details are kept in clear focus, while the rest fade. As soon as your brain encounters a gap in your recollection, it will fill it in with its best guess as to what happened. This is the reason why eyewitnesses can't be trusted. 2. How we feel takes precedence over our memories. It's puzzling why certain things stick out in our minds while others vanish with time. Researchers have hypothesized that positive memories last longer than negative ones, contributing to the human species' general contentment and resilience. How we remember things is influenced mainly by the depth of our feelings. Your emotions have a significant impact on how well you remember things. One's emotional response to a given scenario may significantly impact how effectively that experience is stored in memory and how easily it can be retrieved later. More vigorous intensity will make it easier for you to recall that memory more clearly and readily. 3. Your memory has no limits to recall things. Sometimes our memories surprise us and even shock us, as when we walk into a room and forget why we're there. You might also have put your phone on a charge but forgotten to turn it on. There's a paradox where humans have a hard time remembering vital knowledge, yet can recall seemingly endless amounts of trivia. Well, it might be shocking for you guys to know that our brains can hold trillions of bytes of information. In fact, psychology professor Paul Reber claims that the human brain can retain 2.5 petabytes of information, which is around 3 million hours of watching television. Do you know how much 2.5 petabytes of storage is? Well, that much storage would require you to run the TV continuously for more than 300 years, and that's hell shocking. 4. The lefty advantage. People who are left-handed tend to have superior recall. Left-handed people may have a better memory of events than right-handed people. There is only a 10% minority of left-handers in the world. This tiny group remembers information better than right-handers. The corpus callosum, which connects the two halves of the brain and aids in memory formation, seems more prominent in left-handed people and their families. So, if you're left-handed, you're more likely to recall when and where you saw this video. 5. Strange but true. Half your brain can be surgically removed with just mild complications. People often compare their heads to a crowded attic. Information is packed into every nook and cranny, and every available space is being used to ensure the body runs well. Is it possible for a human being to function normally with just half a brain? It is a big yes. A hemispherectomy is a surgical procedure in which half the brain is removed. However, this is only done in extreme cases. Despite minor changes, this technique leaves the patient's brain substantially undamaged. 6. A wave of nostalgia in the air. Smells can evoke strong memories. You may encounter a scent of chlorine permeating the air, and your mind suddenly flashes back to the summers you spent swimming in the pool as a kid. Or it may be the smell of freshly baked cookies that reminds you of visits to your grandma. Our noses are especially adept at detecting moments that bring back fond memories. Even when I sniff the pages of a freshly printed book, it takes me back to the many late-night reading sessions I used to have when I was a youngster. So, why does this happen? Dr. Joseph Mercola claims that our sense of smell is processed by the olfactory bulb, which is deeply connected to the hippocampus. 7. Forgetfulness and brain fog could be caused by thyroid issues. Brain fog is a common term used to describe thyroid disease symptoms, including fatigue, trouble concentrating, and memory loss. Thyroid disorders, both underactive and overactive, have been linked to memory loss and other cognitive issues that might be associated with the early stages of dementia. The only symptom a person experiences when their thyroid stops working is memory loss, even though the thyroid does not play a specific function in the brain. 8. Approximately 10.7% of those aged 65 and older have Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is one of the most prevalent forms of dementia, yet it cannot be cured. The degenerative nature of Alzheimer's disease causes gradual loss of memory. It ultimately erodes one's capacity for even the most basic functions. The National Institute of Aging reports that around 6 million Americans, primarily seniors 65 and over, may live with Alzheimer's-related dementia. Today, Alzheimer's is the 7th biggest cause of mortality in America and is the leading reason seniors get dementia. 9. Brain damage and memory loss is tied to NFL. Do you believe the National Football League is a potential epicenter of memory loss? Researchers from Boston University found that former NFL players who began playing tackle football even before the age of 12 saw higher impairments in memory and cognitive function than their fellow players who started playing in their teens. There's a lot of talk about how dangerous professional football can be. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, is a devastating brain illness detected at an alarmingly high rate among former players. As a result, the NFL has implemented rule changes for the upcoming season to improve player safety. The complexity of the human mind is quite interesting. You will be stunned whenever you try to recall relevant things but are bombarded with irrelevant ones instead. Well, what do you think of it? Which curiosity do you find to be the most shocking? Let us know in the comment section. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video and found it interesting and informative. If you have watched all the way to the end, then pat yourself on the back for this achievement. Don't forget to share and give this video a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button to be alerted when we upload new videos, and make sure the bell next to it is clicked so you don't miss anything. Until the next video, stay curious and peace out.